break up with you.
What? Why?
Because I want someone who's strong, tall, and handsome, which isn't you. You're short, skinny, and nerdy. Excuse me, sorry to bother you. I just think you're really handsome. Can I get your phone number?
No thanks.
What? Why not?
Don't you remember? I'm Mr. Short, Skinny, and Nerdy.
Dad, what does this say?
Empty?
Now what does it say?
Empty. 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 This boy lived in a bubble for 18 years. Jimmy Livingston was born with no immunity, so he had to be kept isolated. His parents made him a plastic bubble that he couldn't get out of, and they could only touch him with gloves. When he was 16, he was attracted to his neighbor Chloe, who he could see through his window. When his overprotected mom found out about this, she warned him that if he touched her, he would die. As the years went on, Jimmy and Chloe became friends. Until one day, Chloe gave him news that left him really sad. She would be leaving soon to marry her fiancé at Niagara Falls. Since Jimmy was in love with her, he decided to make a suit, so he could go outside and interrupt the wedding. A few days later, he arrived just in time to interrupt the wedding. Then he confessed his love for Chloe and got out of the suit and kissed her. His mother arrived just in time to see him and told everybody the truth. Jimmy was perfectly fine. She was just holding him captive to keep him away from the rest of the world. In the end, Jimmy forgives his mother and ends up marrying Chloe.
2 plus 3 equals 5. Does it? Let me just make sure. 2 plus 3 equals, yeah, 5. Wait, let me just make sure one more time. 2 plus 3 equals 5. Okay.
Hey, I'm home from work. Oh, I shouldn't have eaten those beans. Hey, honey, I have a surprise for dinner tonight. Can you put this blindfold on? Sure. Okay, now I'm gonna guide you to take a seat in the living room. Okay. Just 1 second, I gotta take this. Don't peek, I'll be right back. Don't worry, I won't. Oh, my stomach. Oh, I really shouldn't have eaten those beans. Okay, honey, I'm back. Did you take a peek? Nope. Okay, you can take it off now.
Happy birthday!
What's your problem?
I'm too smart for the first grade. My sister's in grade 3, and I'm smarter than her too.
Well, then let's go see what the principal has to say.
Okay.
How about I give him a test, and if he fails just one question, he has to go back to class and be quiet. Okay, what's 3 times 3?
9.
6 times 6?
36.
I see no reason why he can't go to the 3rd grade. He answered all my questions right. Can I ask him some questions? Of course, go ahead. What does a cow have 4 of that I only have 2 of?
Legs.
What do you have in your pants that I don't have?
Pockets.
What does a dog do that a man steps into?
Pants.
What starts with F and ends with K?
Fire truck.
Put him in the 6th grade. I got the last 4 questions wrong myself. How are the first few bites tasting, sir? Very good. That's good to hear. Is there anything I could help you with right now? I think I'm good for now. Okay, enjoy. Actually, wait. How's it going, sir?
Just
Excuse me, where's my table? Hi, miss. What's the name on the reservation? I don't need a reservation. I know the owner. I'm sorry, but we can't seat you unless you have a reservation. Are you serious? You're the worst waiter I've ever met. Just let me in. I'm sorry, but I can't. You either have to wait 2 hours or make a reservation for another night. You know what? You're gonna regret this. I'm gonna show you that I know the owner. Hello? Hi, sweetie. I need you to call the owner right now, please. Okay. Hello? Mom, did you change the Wi-Fi password? Oh, yeah, I did. The new password is 123456. Okay, thanks. It didn't work. Huh? What did you type? 123456. No, it's 123456.
What comes once a year, twice in a month, 4 times in a week, and 6 times in a day? Do you know the answer?
I don't know.
Let's try this again.
Excuse me, sir. Is this bike for sale? Yes, it is. Would you like to purchase it? What's the lowest you'll go? What's the lowest I'll go? Probably like 2 miles per hour. Anything slower and you'll tip over. Day 15 in Costa Rica. As soon as I woke up, I enjoyed the warm weather and view from our Airbnb since we're going back to the freezing cold on Wednesday. Here's a quick tour of it. We've got the kitchen, the dining table, the living room, the view through the whole place. Then upstairs, there's 3 more master bedrooms, all with beautiful views. In the morning, I had a protein bar for breakfast and just relaxed. I also hopped in the pool for a bit. Then for lunch, we went to our favorite spot that we've gone the past 3 days. After that, we hopped on this fishing boat that we had booked and got destroyed by some waves for a couple hours and got soaking wet. We were out there for 5 hours and caught 0 fish, but hey, at least we got to see the sunset. We then got ready for dinner and ate at this fish market that we hadn't gone to before. After, we went back to our Airbnb and I watched my favorite YouTuber for a few minutes before heading to bed for our final day in Costa Rica.
Mommy, come look at me!
Stop jumping on the bed! You're gonna break it! Get off the couch! It's for sitting on, not standing on.
I'm hungry. Mom, when are you going grocery shopping next? We're all out of food.
Excuse me? Don't talk to me in that tone. And what are you talking about? We have plenty of food. What time is it? Luke, is everything alright? Here's how they caught Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was an American serial killer. He used his ability to talk in a polite manner to pass off as a quiet guy. Although the police had witnesses saying they seen a man with his characteristics in the same places where a woman had gone missing, they didn't find a killer. But then a sketch of Ted Bundy was released, and after this, the police received tons of calls saying they identified the killer. And finally, in 1975, the police arrested Ted for a traffic violation. He raised the police's suspicion when he wanted to leave, but they stopped him, and when they checked his car, they found questionable objects like crowbars, ski masks with holes for the eyes, handcuffs, and a lot more. He was then arrested a year later for an attempted kidnapping and sentenced to 15 years in prison. And months later, he was charged with the murder of Karen Campbell. In prison, he wasn't tied up, so he jumped out of the window of a library and escaped. He was captured a week later, but within months, he escaped again. He committed more murders both times he escaped, including a 12-year-old girl named Kimberly Leach. In 1979, he went on trial for the murders he committed at a sorority house. He was convicted and sentenced to death in the electric chair. After a bunch of appeals, he was electrocuted in 1989 and pronounced dead. But before his execution, he confessed to a bunch of murders. And it's believed that he may have committed over 50. Here's everything that happened at Travis Scott's concert. There's around 50,000 people packed into the sold-out show, when thousands of them started rushing to the stage, crushing people who had nowhere to escape, causing people to pass out because they couldn't breathe. There's footage of people from the crowd climbing the camera towers and asking for help because Travis had no clue what was happening. He did eventually see someone passed out, so he paused the show to ask security to help the person. Then, as you could see from this video, continued performing.
Security, somebody help jump in real quick. Keep going. Just good.
In this footage, you can see an ambulance in the crowd, and then 2 men talking to Travis, but then they leave and he continues the show. There is a total of 25 people who were transported to the hospital and 8 of them passed away. This cop went undercover in a wheelchair to catch thieves. In Vancouver, Canada, the rate of street crimes were rising. Thieves would target people in wheelchairs because it's easier for them to escape. And unfortunately, sometimes they wouldn't just steal from them but also hurt them. So Sergeant Mark Hosley decided to run an undercover operation. The year before this operation, 28 people in wheelchairs were robbed, and 7 of them were physically attacked. The sergeant grew a beard and changed his overall appearance. He also sat in a wheelchair with expensive items to attract the thieves, then went downtown Vancouver to see if someone would rob him so he could arrest them. The operation lasted for 20 days, and in that time he had many people give him food and money. Even people who the police had suspected to be robbers before warned him to keep his expensive items away. In the end, even though they didn't catch anyone, they said it was a success, because the story went viral and now thieves are scared that they might rob an undercover cop. If you see